Welcome back to Ridin The Rails. Today, we got a pretty cool episode. We're doing a tier list. We're doing the Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. Actually, it's not even just Black Ops, but it's Call of Duty Zombies in general map tier list. So I'm here with, my friend Spider, my friend Justin.
What's up, guys?
Oh, is Justin not here?
I'm here.
Oh. I was introduced.
I said what's up.
Oh, you did, I didn't hear anything.
He definitely did not.
Yeah, I was going to say, it definitely did not come through Discord.
That's weird.
All right, well, we're picking this up about 15 minutes after we were just recorded our last episode, episode 2. If you haven't seen that one yet, go check it out. We're talking about the Super Bowl. By the time you're seeing this, the Super Bowl has already happened, but we don't know that because, again, recording this 15 minutes after. If you saw the first episode, we talked about how we record these on Sundays because that's just what works best for everybody. So we're not going to be able to record an episode on Super Bowl Sunday. So episode 4, we're going to have a lot of catching up to do with a lot of different things. But I figured since nothing's changed since the last episode in our lives, we're just going to jump right into it. Unless anybody's got anything to add.
No, I don't have anything.
Yeah, no.
All right, cool. We're going right into it. So we found this tier list online. It's got, how many did I say? 63 maps?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think one at a time we can all just go in order and, from start to finish, from World at War all the way to Black Ops 6.
Yeah.
But first, I want to get it out of the way now. Which maps are going to go in never played or did not play enough?
Man.
I completely skipped.
I'm thinking the Advanced
Infinite
Warfares.
Warfare. I skipped Infinite Warfare and I skipped Vanguard. So
okay.
Infinite Warfare, Kenny, you never played. I thought you did. I thought we played that a lot.
Infinite Warfare, I played. Justin said he didn't.
Oh, okay.
I was saying Advanced Warfare, Outbreak, Infection, Carrier, Descent.
Oh yeah, I played Outbreak a lot, but Infection.
I did not play Descent on Advanced Warfare.
Outbreak and Infection, I played a lot. Carrier and Descent, I never played.
Okay, so we want to toss Carrier and Descent and never played or did not play enough.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Outbreak and Infection we'll leave for now because you guys played it. Scrolling through here. I played all the Infinite Warfares and so did Spider, so we can leave those. Black Ops 4. World War II. I can tell you already. Bodega Cervantes. Never played it.
Yeah, those were part of the Tortured Path maps. Which that was DLC 3.
Oh, Tortured Path. I probably didn't play a lot either.
Yeah, is that part of World War II?
That was World War II.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything. If you're looking at it, everything up to Frozen Dawn, like Final Reich to Frozen Dawn, that's all World War II.
Okay.
The Final Reich I played a lot. Grossenhaus I played a bit. Darkest Shore I played. The Shadowed Throne I played. The Tortured Path is where you start to lose me. I don't...
I remember because Final Reich and Grossenhaus... Final Reich was like the first DLC map. Grossenhaus was just a survival map, if I remember correctly.
I think Final Reich came with the game, didn't it?
Yeah, so did Grossenhaus.
Right.
But Grossenhaus wasn't a story map. It was just survival. And then Darkest Shore was DLC 2. Shattered Throne was DLC... Or DLC 1 was Darkest Shore. DLC
2 was Shattered Throne.
And then DLC 3 was the weird 4.
The Tortured Path with all those other ones, right? And then the Frozen Dawn.
Frozen Dawn was DLC 4, yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Final Reich is the only one I played.
Okay.
The most. Actually, I played.
I was gonna say all the ones that have to do with the Tortured Path. I did not play enough to.
I played them, but yeah, I think it just wasn't. I didn't play them enough to hardly.
Okay, so I'm gonna toss all 4 of those into never played, did not play enough.
Okay.
And then anything else? I think Where is it? Yep, right down here. Call of Duty Vanguard.
Yep.
All those go in F.
I'm going to make a new tier called Vanguard.
Yes.
I'm putting my Vanguard stuff in never played because I didn't play Vanguard.
That's fair.
No, I'm just going to put them in their own category.
Oh, and that's fine. You can do that.
Because
I remember watching you play some Vanguard on your channel, but
yeah, I streamed her on Fong when it came out.
Yep.
I made a video on Terra Maledicta when it came out, and I don't think I ever played Shino Numa. So
I played Terra Maledicta and Derfang with the Vanguard and the Archeon.
I never played Vanguard, Shino Numa, or Archon.
Or Archeon, yeah.
Other than that, so we should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 maps off the board already, right? We're all good?
Yep. I have 13 off the map. Off the board.
Oh boy.
I have 14.
What? What did you guys do?
I have I have Tortured Path, Darkest Shore, Bodega, Final Reich, Altar of Blood, Terra Maledicta, USS Mount Olympus.
Okay, I see what you guys did. Okay, I was gonna leave all the ones that like some of us have played, like enough.
Well, I mean, you can obviously rank the ones you played,
right?
But
no, but I was saying like
right off the rip.
Okay, that's fine then, because we're gonna end up using my tier list anyway. So the way this is gonna work is I'm the one recording. You can see my mouse moving around. I'm the one recording this, so at the end, like we're all gonna discuss, like we're all gonna go one at a time through these maps, and then at the end we can agree, disagree, and try to move them around as we see fit.
Yep.
We can also do it in a sense where we can move them. If you have two of them in A tier and you think one is better than the other, you can put it above in front of that one. We could do it like that too. So,
okay.
Who wants to be the first one to go? Nacht der Untoten.
Feel like just because it's very introduced us to the world is at the time we didn't know this was going to be as big as it was. It was a little small side thing you do after the campaign. I think I gotta give it like a B because it's just like it's not anything crazy. It's just survival. Mm-hmm. But I would I'll give it an A or B just because it is what set the precedent for what zombies was going to be for the next decade.
Yeah, so, I was also going to give it a B.
Yeah, I think B.
Personally, Justin, where were you?
I was going to give it a C.
A C? Okay.
I could see a C too.
Yeah, because C is still technically, I guess you could say, average. Like it's not meh, but it's.
I would say
it's what started the whole thing.
I would think what are you saying? Like C isn't like it's just because it's kind of bare bones. Not that it's not.
It's bare bones.
Yeah. Okay.
And I agree with you, but I think just because it started at all, it's a little disrespectful to put it below B. That's my opinion personally, but we can debate that.
I agree with B though.
We could debate that later. So for now, we'll leave it in B. Justin, you want to do Verrucht?
Verrucht. That one I would. That's an interesting one because that's what introduced the perks.
Right.
That is.
That's when perks became a thing, but no Pack-a-Punch yet. So, but it was like very tightly spaced. Mm-hmm. There was no Wonder Waff yet.
I think it was like anything. Yeah, it was still kind of bare bones.
It was still pretty bare bones.
We had power though.
And the power,
I was just about to say that.
Split up. You split up, and then you meet at the power.
At the power room, yeah.
So, I mean, I would put that at C.
C? Okay.
Yeah.
I would.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I would argue it's also B, but like right above Nacht. But what do you think, Spider?
Yeah, I would say B. It's gonna be hard for me to put any of the World at War maps above B, just because they all sort of are bare bones. Because I mean, it was the first zombies experience that we've had as a community, the zombies community. But yeah, I think Verrucht, I would say it's an A, in my opinion, just because it is what gave us power, perks. You know, this, like Justin said, this is the first map that introduced us to what would, be one of the main staples of zombies.
So I would say an A. We have an A and a B and a C. We'll leave it in C for now, Justin, because that was your pick.
Yeah. All right.
But that one might end up moving. Shino Numa. I have such a love-hate for this map. This map introduced great things. Like
4 characters.
Like the original crew. The random perk locations, I think, was really cool. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is where they introduced the Wonderwaff.
This was the Wonderwaff introduction.
And
sure was.
The first time we see Hellhounds.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
So for me personally,
and side note, because I know we just got past Varuk. Varuk was also Justin, I don't know if you said this, the first one that added traps.
Traps.
Oh, yes,
I forgot about
that's
that.
right.
So Shino Numa also had one of the most iconic traps, the log flume.
Right.
You continue.
The Flogger, I think is what it's called.
The Flogger, right. So me personally, this is going to sound crazy. I think it's B, just above Nacht der Untoten.
I would also put it at B.
I wish I could put it in A, but I feel like other maps later on that are going to go in A, I don't think it holds up to them. Like maybe like a really, really low A, like bottom of A. But for right now, I'm going to put it high B.
Okay, Justin, if I may ask, why is Shino Numa a B, but Varuk is a C? Because we get the Wonderwaff, but like that's basically kind of it. Like,
but
that's a new thing.
Shino Numa for me is more open.
Okay,
I liked more open because it gives you more room to train. Varuk, you kind of have to train. I think there's really only one room you can really train in. And outside of that, you'd have to train the whole map.
Yeah.
And it's much more chaotic when there's more than one person.
Okay, that's actually,
I guess that's fair.
And Varuk literally translates to insanity in German.
It does make you insane.
It makes sense.
It does make you insane.
It does indeed make you go insane. All right.
I would say Shino Numa. Yeah, I agree with the B.
The B for now?
Yeah.
All right. Justin.
Yep.
Derice this has Derice / the Giant, so I'm assuming that. I mean,
they're both the same.
It is the same, but like it is like the Giant. I think is a little different, but we'll leave it.
It's brighter.
Yeah,
the Giant is brighter. I would say
some aspects that are different. But
yeah, they changed some little things, but
yeah,
your pick
I would say that one's an A.
Okay.
That one introduced Pack-a-Punch in Derice. Derice is the most popular, apart from Nacht der Untoten, in World at War. And as for the Giant, that one, you did have to get the season pass in Black Ops 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Or wait, I think wait like a couple months and then you could just buy it.
Yeah, and then
like
I think we were able to get it outright. Something like that. But I did enjoy that map. That one also had Hellhounds, and you started to get more accustomed to the characters. I don't know if this is where they started the official storyline and that they're saying things.
Yeah, this is where they kind of started to really
audio
introduce
logs,
right?
Related to Fluffy and Maxis and stuff like that.
Like you had little audio logs on like Shino Numa that I don't want to say tease the story, but for lack of a better word, it started to tease the fact that there was a story here.
Yeah.
And then Derice is where it really started with the actual storyline and everything.
Yeah. I will say too, for Derice. I don't think it was on the Giant, but Derice on one of the teleporters. You could see. I believe it's Derice. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys might know it, but it was on Derice where there's the teleporter has M was here, or thanks to M, like Max is thanking Dr. Monty or something.
Was that Derice or was that Kino?
That's what I really. It might have been Kino too, but I don't remember.
It was definitely one of the two, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, either way, Derice and Kino. I mean, if it was one of those two, they're right after each other. So either way, at that point, we had a story that was being established.
Yeah, exactly.
Which again now brings us to Kino and Spider's pick for Kino.
Where did we put Derice? Like,
Derice is at so far at the end of World at War. Now we have Derice at A.
Okay.
Shinonuma and Nacht at B and Verrucht at C.
Okay.
But again, we can move all of these around later if we want to debate it after.
Okay.
So
I think
next up is Kino.
For Kino, I would say for me, just because I didn't get introduced to zombies until Black Ops 1. And I remember, I don't know if it's just because of nostalgia, but like loading up zombies for the first time in BO1, with like the screen changing to red and like all the like the cool stuff of BO1 and loading into Kino for the first time. Something was just special about it. That's when we really started to get some story. That's honestly, I think the first instance of like Samantha being mentioned was in Kino. Because you could go to her room, and then the very cool like teleporting to the Pack-a-Punch, and just how cool the map really was, and the turret traps.
I think
honestly, I would say it's probably an A in my opinion.
An A.
Yeah.
I think Samantha was introduced in Derice. I think she had some voice lines in Derice, but not many. I think Kino is where it really started to push forward. But I don't know. I think the nostalgia is playing with you a little bit. I think it's a B personally. Which, if you look at a lot of other tier lists and stuff, and like zombie players and zombie YouTubers and stuff, a lot of people put Kino like C or D, like low. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they put it too low.
I agree. I think it's way too low, but I think B is fair, but
I think B is fair.
But for now we leave it in A.
But I will add with Kino, they do have it so that when you use Quick Revive solo, you could pick yourself back up.
Yeah,
that wasn't a thing in World at War.
True, that is a new.
Quick Revive was like that.
And they also came out with the Thunder Gun.
How could I forget about the Thunder Gun?
Yeah, I was about to say, how did we forget about that?
That was one of the most fun wonder weapons ever made.
I can't disagree with that. We'll leave it an A for now. 5. Am I up? I think I'm up.
You're up.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm up.
Okay.
God, 5 is so difficult because, like, it's so difficult, but, like, the layout is so cool. The story behind it is really cool, but it's probably the hardest map. One of the hardest maps ever? Oh, excuse me. One of the hardest maps ever?
Yep.
In my opinion. I mean, to this day, I still struggle playing 5.
Oh, yeah. Also, it's also one of the first maps to introduce, like, a mini-boss.
That's very true with the Pentagon Thief. That's very true. Out of all of the Black Ops 1 maps at the time, 5 was probably the most terrifying map to play on. I mean, when Black Ops 1 came out, how old was I? I was 12, 13 maybe. So 5 was terrifying to me. But gameplay-wise,
I don't think it was too bad.
I don't think it was too bad, but compared to everything else so far, I'm going to put it in C. Just above Verrucht, I think. What do you guys think?
I think you make a case for that because For some strange reason, the Black Ops 1 wall weapons, when it came to the early wall weapons, for some reason, they didn't give you a lot of ammo, so you'd be struggling for ammo on, like, round 4, 5.
Yeah. That is true.
And, like, I forgot that was about that. Just dumb.
Yeah.
I feel like this map in particular, too, like, you're always struggling for ammo, and...
Yeah, I don't, because I went back and played 5 in VR. I remember I was telling you guys about that.
Yeah.
I was like, the whole map in VR. Unless they change something for VR, like, I was running out of ammo and my weapons, like, even Pack-a-Punch. Like, I feel like ammo in BO1 was just really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the downsides of Black Ops 1 Zombies. Also, when it was also a very tightly spaced map, you could really only train pretty much in the... What is it, the DEF CON room or whatever that's called?
Yeah, like the middle floor, right?
The middle floor. So you can only really train there. Otherwise, you'd have players just kind of going all over the place. Or just kind of just sitting in the elevators waiting for zombies to come in.
Yeah, but that map was so tough, too, because, like, that's one of those maps where, like, solo, it's, like, impossible to do anything. But, like, the more people you have, it gets too cluttered.
It gets too cluttered.
Like, too crowded, too crammed.
It's so hard to train with, like, more than 3 people.
It really is.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to leave it in C for now.
C
yeah. And I should also mention, it added 2 more things. One was the Pentagon Thief.
Spider said that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But if you beat the Pentagon Thief, before he steals your weapon, you get the bonfire sale.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
I think that's the only map where it shows up.
It shows up later on, but in Black Ops 1,
yeah.
But it's even before, like, he could take your gun, but as long as you kill him before he flees with your gun, then yeah, you get the bonfire sale. So, who is next? Spider?
Yeah. Ascension, man.
Ascension, yeah.
That's a tough one. Ascension, probably one of my more, like, one of my personal favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the setting, I mean, it's Russian space state, space area, what is that called? Like a space.
It was like a Russian
launch facility.
Launch facility.
Really cool, honestly, like really good map design, and then just I don't think there was any new weapons that got added, but I think we had all the previous weapons. We had the thunder gun, the ray gun, all that stuff.
I think this map is when we got Gershes.
We got the Gershes
and Matryoshka dolls.
Matryoshka dolls too. Can't forget about those. One thing it did add that was very important. PhD Flopper.
It did, yeah.
PhD Flopper. This had the first official Easter egg too.
It did, yep, it did, and it also, one of the main reasons why I'm going to rank it a little bit lower, the worst enemy to ever come from a Call of Duty game, known to man, the goddamn monkeys.
The goddamn monkeys.
Those things were a pain in the ass.
Hated the
if you had multiple perks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you have more than like if you're playing 4-player and you have more than 4 perks, because the way the monkeys worked is if you kill them without them touching any perks, you get a free perk. Yep. So if you have 4 players, you could protect 4 perks.
Yep, as long as you have the same 4 perks.
You could protect 5 in theory. Like Speed Cola and Mule Kick are like right on top of each other. So in theory, you could possibly protect those 2, but like other than that, I mean, Jug and maybe Quick Revive you could maybe protect too, but that would be very, very close, like almost too close. But like in theory, 4 players, you can cover 4 perks.
Yeah.
Anything more than that is just hell. Like you're not you might not lose your perks, but you're all going to be running around to different perks and leaving perks behind and not being able to protect certain perks and stuff. But yeah, no, the monkeys are a pain in the ass.
So I would say, C, above Verruct, my opinion.
Above Verruct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it at B.
That's
just me.
I would probably also put it at B.
I mean, the only reason I'm putting it so low was because it did have a mechanic that people didn't like with the monkeys. That's the first time we lose perks, and people were, it was something new, and so people didn't like it at first. Now I still don't like the monkeys, but going back, it's like, okay, man, this is like the first time they did something like this. It is kind of cool. So I could see it being B. I'm alright with changing my answer to B.
To a B?
Yeah.
Where? Or just
like behind Nacht.
Behind Nacht. All right, that's fair. I think that's fair. All right, Justin, Call of the Dead. I'm actually really curious about where you're going to put this.
Here's the interesting thing. I actually did not own this map.
Oh boy.
But I played it at a friend's house growing up. It was my neighbor's house. From what I remember, Call of the Dead was an interesting map. One of the most annoying things about it was George. The way they programmed George. It was a boss that followed you all around the map, basically all the time. You could, in theory, kill George, but it was not that easy to do. Like, you had to have a pretty damaging weapon like the Pack-a-Punched ray gun or even the Scavenger.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to have the VR-11, that thing was a big pile of shit.
Oh, that thing was worst wonder weapon I think ever made.
Yeah.
And then if you Pack-a-Punched it, it would only palm him for one round. That was it.
I have a bad feeling that you're going to rank this.
That one, though, had a pretty neat crew. Like, you had Robert Englund, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I think that's the first time we got, that was the first, celebrity crew we ever had, was called.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
What's his name?
Yeah. But if I had to
Michael
put
Rooker?
Call of the...
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
If I had to put Call of the Dead anywhere, I'd say it's high... I would say probably high B or low A.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually.
I actually do agree with that. I'm actually surprised. Where about? High B or low A?
Put it at high B. We can always re-rank this later depending on how we rank the other ones.
The highest above Shinonuma Nacht and Ascension?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I actually agree with that. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm up, right?
Yep.
This might be a hot take. Shangri-La.
Oh, man.
I know you guys are probably going to disagree with me, but
maybe it's just bad experiences playing this map on Black Ops and on Black Ops 3. I think the layout is annoying as hell. I think some of the special zombies are annoying as hell.
Yeah, you got the Shrieker zombies and the Napalm zombies.
I think the map design, like the colors, the setting, I think is really, really cool.
Yep.
But I don't think that gives it enough credit to bump it anywhere other than D. I wasn't a fan of the Easter egg. I wasn't a fan of, again, the layout. The layout was just like... The whole map is just one giant tight corner or a spot where you can't run because you're stuck in mud. So, personally, I'm putting it in D. Not a big fan of Shangri-La. Thoughts?
You're
crazy.
Low
C. I'd put it low C at least. I wouldn't put it at D. I don't think it warrants a D rating.
Spider?
Oh my god.
But it did have one really, really cool wonder weapon, and that was the Shrink Ray.
Yeah, the baby gun.
It was called the JGB something.
All right.
But people called it the baby gun as well.
The freaking legal name right now.
the legal name for the baby gun?
Man's breaking out the legal name.
Did you? Justin, do you remember what the other numbers were?
No.
Spider?
It was a 420.
No.
Oh. What?
No, dude. The 3179 JGB 215, baby. That is a very redeeming factor that Justin, for some reason, I did forget about, but you're gonna have to make a case for anything above a D. Both of you.
See, for me, I'm saying this thing's like a B.
A B?
Beautiful
Really?
map. Beautiful looking map. You have all these different parts of the map. You have the main temple area, the sort of trap area, the waterfall, the underground area, the mine shaft. All these really cool aspects of the map. You have the really cool, I think, Easter egg that sort of sets us up for, leading up into the next map, Moon, with, the pedestal that says Richthofen and the focusing stone. The wonder weapon being super fun. Yes, the Easter egg is pretty difficult, but the map is beautiful. I just enjoy playing it, even though it is a hard map. It's I don't know, something about Shangri-La. It's just such a good map, in my opinion.
I should also add, there was another annoying type of kind of like a mini boss in a way.
It was a monkey again.
There was monkeys again,
Another
but if you used them
monkey.
correctly, because what they would do is if you had a drop from a zombie, it would pick it up, but it would change.
Right.
So if you timed it correctly, you could get a drop you really needed.
That is true.
I'll move it up to low C, but that's it. That's all I'm moving it for now.
Okay.
All right.
So for Moon, oh man, Moon. I think I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I think we're all probably going to agree it's a high ranked map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, all right, never mind. Hold on. Let me get my stuff out of it.
Say what you want to say, and then I'll.
That's crazy. I might have to slap this guy. That's crazy, dude. I loved, you starting off in Groom Lake, and teleporting up to the moon. I love the no man's land, the little mini boss being the astronauts, and them being at the time, I don't think it was that way for BO3, but in Black Ops 1, it went off of your friends list of who the astronaut would be called. So I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree with that at least.
The wonder weapon, the wave gun, absolutely love that thing. Being able to split it into two or put it back together into one giant weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was really sick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's right. It was separate. It was the zap guns. But one thing I didn't like about the wave gun is that when you put it together and just shot it at a bunch of zombies, it didn't give you any points.
That's right. I forgot. It's at least in the BO1 version. BO3, it was different.
Yeah, BO3, I think they changed it, so that was a good change.
Also, the Easter egg, one of my all-time favorite Easter eggs. Not only just the steps, but what it involves with Richthofen taking over the MPD, Samantha being put in Richthofen's body, and then of course nuking Earth and exploding it to set up BO2 zombies. I think that's just a good send off for BO1 zombies, and probably one of my all-time favorite maps. I'm gonna put that high A.
Above Kino and Derice?
Yes.
That's crazy to me. Justin?
For me, I didn't really enjoy it as much, but that's mainly because of a skill issue. I'll admit that. I absolutely sucked at this map.
He said I pretty much suck at this game?
When it came to training at Groom Lake, I wasn't very good. And what was cool, though, is you could pack a punch before round 1, officially.
In theory, yeah.
And depending on luck of the draw, you could also get Juggernog. But when the low gravity thing really just... it's the moon, I know, but it was really annoying because sometimes you couldn't control yourself, and sometimes you'd either fly into a horde of zombies or fly into the astronaut, and then next, you lose a park. I also didn't like the excavators. You had to find the hacking device to stop the excavator. And so the thing is, you cannot have the PES system, so like your spacesuit, and the hacking device at the same time. For some reason, they made it so that you couldn't do that, which I thought was stupid. But
I agree.
I think I just changed my answer. There's a whole bunch of stuff you just made me remember about this.
Oh, keep going, Justin. I'm sure there's more because I have some too.
Oh, and get one Juggernog. Although you could get it before round 1, you'd have to go back. If you lose Jug from the astronaut, you had to go back to Area 51 not once, but twice. And also, with the launch pads in the biodome, which, side note, if they made a small map with a biodome, that would have been pretty cool.
That would have been sick.
But anyways, with the launch pads in the biodome, if you missed the launch pad, you took fall damage, and if you didn't have PhD, you were dead.
You're forgetting one big problem with this map, Justin, and I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
The entire map is gray. This map has literally no color. Again, I understand. It's the moon.
Apart from the biodome.
It's the moon. I get that. But the biodome is like a dark green.
Yeah.
And then every other room in this map is just gray. Like, even the rooms that are, like, have one window that looks out at the moon, the rest of the, like, landscape of the moon, this whole map is gray. I don't know. I mean, I think high A is crazy to me, but Justin...
Well, like I said, I'm changing it.
Justin, where would you put it?
I'd put it at either high C or low B.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Can I say why I'm changing my answer?
Sure.
Yep, go ahead.
I forgot about trying to get excavator
Pi
11. Yeah, excavator 11, which is the one you need to start the Easter egg. And if you didn't get it, you had to either restart your game or wait until round 20 before it started to do it again. Forgot about that. I forgot about if you're trying to do the Easter egg solo, you needed to hit the box and get multiple things. You needed to get the Gershes and the
EMPs,
the EMP grenades, and then of course the Wonder Weapon, and then you had to get the EMPs, the Gershes, and then the EMPs again.
Other way. I think it's Gersh.
Other
EMP,
way around.
Gersh, yeah.
So you needed to get those, and so if you're by yourself, it takes a long time, and it is a fun Easter egg.
I will say it's probably one of my favorite Easter eggs to do with like friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like the ending is sick. Like ending Black Ops 1 like that to lead into Black Ops 2 was sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, in my opinion, there's more bad than good in the map. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Now I will say too though, Black Ops 3, the remaster of it, is way better.
Yep.
But we're not ranking it off that. We're ranking it off its
in order of
initial release. Yeah.
So what? High, low? I would think it's a high B.
High B. Okay.
All right.
I'd be all right with. I would say middle B, above Ascension.
All right.
Above Ascension, behind Nacht.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Justin, you're up.
Transit. This thing was a big steamy pile of shit. It is an F.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Why? Whoa!
Oh.
That is an F.
No, it's not.
It was pretty shit, Spider. I hate to break it to you.
It is not an F, dude. Are you kidding me?
I will spell off the reasons.
Let's hear it.
You can't spell.
All right. So, it lacked a lot of color. I get it. You just had a missile.
All right, you can't. That can't be color. Can't be a reason here.
Color can absolutely be a reason. Moon had no color. I understand it's the moon, but like, One room on the entire map had color.
There's a reason for it, though. I understand if it's like Shang and there's no color, but you're talking about the moon and a nuked Earth. Of course there's not going to be color.
Dude, but Black Ops 3 made moon so bright and vibrant and colorful.
Moon That's because is dull on updated graphics.
Well, I do think Treyarch was too ambitious with Transit. They tried to make it too big.
At the time, yeah.
At the time. If they released it, I think it should... If Transit were to come out on, say, like PS4 or Xbox One, and even the better PCs at the time, I think they didn't have to put in fog. The fact that they had to put in brown fog just to make the map big and too much of a filler, and on top of that, if you went in the fog, you had to deal with the fucking denizens, and you got no points for killing those things.
Because Earth got hit by a nuke, it's not going to be blue skies, Justin.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the point of the fog was so we wouldn't see the area rendering in, because they were over ambitious and made the map way too big. That was the reason for the fog.
Yeah, I know, but still.
And the bus. I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask the people in the comment section. Oh. How many times did you go to the power station, turn on the power, and the bus was already fucking gone?
Yeah, no,
that's because you're slow.
No, that fucking pissed me off too. You could be lightning fast, and that shit was gone.
No,
on me.
No, it wasn't. You're just slow, because if you did it perfectly fine, you would have made it on the bus before it left.
And
you're just slow.
Adding Pack-a-Punch. Accessing Pack-a-Punch was such a pain in the ass.
I will agree.
You had to leave your turbine at the power station at this electric-powered door. Then you had to hope that the door was open.
No, you also had to hope that a zombie didn't break the turbine from the time you put it down to the time you got to town.
Right, that's what I mean. You had to hope the door was open, and then if it wasn't open, then you know that your turbine was gone.
Yeah.
So then you had to go back to the bus depot to get another one, and then go all the way around the map again. And on top of that, I think one cool thing that they added was the Galvanuckles. The Galvanuckles was a really cool melee weapon that was easily beats the Bowie knife, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they tried to do too much with it. They should have made it a bit smaller.
Can I also say they had another wonder weapon on the map that thankfully got fixed.
Jet gun.
Years later, a decade later, they fixed it. But yeah, the jet gun. I mean, the concept was cool.
Yeah.
And it's cool now that it actually finally works on Liberty Falls.
Yep.
But at the time, I just wouldn't build it because to me, it was a total waste of time. Unless I was doing the Easter egg, it was a total waste of time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and if that thing overheated and broke, you had to pick up all the pieces.
All the pieces again. That's my point. Like, it was just a waste of time because if you let it overheat and it blew up, then you have to build it all over again. Like, to me, that was a waste. But
yeah, and I know they were supposed to come out with an upgrade for the jet gun, but the thing with that is because it was on what was the current gen hardware at the time, they didn't have the next gen consoles yet, which was PS4, Xbox One at the time. They didn't have a jet gun upgrade.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of those guns though at the time really didn't have. I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, like, other than like the wonder weapons you get out of the box, I mean, you could pack a punch it once, but like, this was the first time we had a buildable wonder weapon. So I mean, you give them kind of a little bit of a pass because it's like it's the first time doing something like this. But like using a gun for 30 seconds and having it break just to have to go run around and find the pieces again is ridiculous and not redeemable. So I'm cool with F.
Yeah.
No way.
And why not?
Listen here, buckos. All right. I will say, when the map came out, I was in the same bandwagon as you guys. F, didn't like it. It's grown on me. I love the bus thing. I think that's a really cool concept. Being able to get on the bus, go around the entirety of the map. Love that concept. a lot of the stuff you said, I agree with about like I like the fog, but I do agree it was just there because they needed to be there to run on the older consoles.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved how the bus worked. I loved the mini boss on the map, the Avogadro. I thought
Avogadro.
Really cool. I loved how he turned on the power and he showed up, and he was just, as soon as he showed up, like it started like having lightning storms out on the map. And whenever he showed up, I loved him as a boss. And just, I know, going to the diner and building the shield and the turbine are just like, the shield and turbine are just like staples of Black Ops 2 zombies. And I do really like Transit.
I'll just say that, like, I agree with you that the concept is cool of the bus and how the bus works. But maybe, like, nowadays. Like, back then, the concept was cool and it didn't work because of the console, like restrictions. And the limitations of the hardware at the time. That's why I think, like, they were just, like, too ambitious with this. Like, to be totally honest with you, if this came out in Black Ops 3, I think it would have done way better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like 10 times better.
Can we agree on D?
Is this the hill you're willing to die on?
I think you guys are giving it too much hate. It was ambitious, but it was something new that Treyarch was trying to do.
I mean,
it's the first map with a vehicle and everything. Like, I'm not saying make it an S tier. Like D.
I'll put it low D.
I'll put it
no more than that.
I'll put it in the bottom of D as long as you allow me to put Bus Depot in F.
That's fine with me. That's what I was going to agree with. Anyway.
Perfect.
Bus Depot does deserve an F.
Transit D, Bus Depot F. We're moving on.
Because you got rid of the only redeeming aspect of Transit, in my opinion.
I mean, Bus Depot is basically a Nacht der Untoten wannabe.
It is. Yeah, speaking of Nacht der Untoten, S tier Transit because Nacht der Untoten was in.
Yeah, no, knocking it back down to F.
All right.
No, I'm joking. I'll leave it in low D, but Bus Depot is an F. I mean, like, again, it's like they tried to, like, remake Nacht der Untoten in a sense. I mean, like, I don't know. I just think, like, Bus Depot as a concept, again, is, like, really cool, but, like, these small maps like that, like, small map, one perk being Quick Revive, I believe you got, I believe they gave you Quick Revive at the very least.
Yeah.
Bus Depot, if I remember correctly, I don't think they gave us any perks.
I think they only gave you Quick Revive, but that was it.
Yeah,
and
that's all they gave you.
I feel like every time I played it, the box gave me nothing good. Like, maybe the ray gun once every 100 spins.
Mm-hmm.
I was always stuck using the Remington because you would always have to buy ammo. Or the MP5, which both dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave it an F. I think it was a good idea, but I don't think it worked at all. Maybe if they had, like... I think if they left it up to just, like, the core 4 perks... Quick Revive, Jug, Speed Cola, and Double Tap. I think it might have been more fun.
Survival map, yeah.
Yeah, but like that would have made it more of like a Verrucht map, like a mix of like Verrucht and Nacht, where it's like a small map like Nacht, but Verrucht where you have all the perks, but no Pack-a-Punch. I think not having Pack-a-Punch was actually, believe it or not, a smart move on this map, but not having any perks or way to defend yourself was crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving it an F.
Yep.
But speaking of that same concept,
Farm is, I'd say it's a D. It's better than Bus Depot.
I think, yeah, I would put it in.
It's still a fun survival map, but it is still.
It's still pretty bare bones.
It's Transit. So
yeah,
I would say it's below Transit in my opinion, and D.
You'd put Transit above Farm?
Yeah, because I like the bus thing. You get rid of the bus.
All right, fine, fair. Justin, you have Town.
Town, I would put at least a C. It was solid.
I agree with that.
It had Pack-a-Punch, but you basically were punished for moving/training.
Where would you put it? Lava. Where would you put it in C?
Low C.
Low C, below like Shangri-La and everything?
I'd put it below Shangri-La.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you're crazy. I think it's a high B.
I do like Town. It's good, just a good like chilling with your friends on a late weekend. You guys are bored.
Oh yeah, and I remember the days that. Oh, kind of side note. It relates to Transit and all of its submaps. You remember the EMP grenade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember the many times Kenny has used that on all of us on every time we try to hit the box. Because he was such a fucking troll.
Yeah.
I think that was before Spider's time. I don't think Spider. Did you ever even?
Yeah, it was
Transit
before
with
Spider.
No, I don't think we've even got back.
I don't think we ever played like Black Ops 2 together, other than like maybe Buried and Origins and Mob. That was probably it.
We went back and played like Origins on BO2.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, but I think Town is probably the best survival map on Black Ops 2. Survival map meaning like no Easter egg, no goal, no crew, just survive. So like Busty Bow Farm, Town, and Nuketown are like survival maps. I think Town was the best of the four.
For sure.
But I'll leave it in low C for now, Justin, for you. But I don't know. I have a feeling it's gonna get moved. Nuketown, we're gonna toss that right into F. But I will put it.
I don't think it deserves an F.
I'll put it above Busty Bow. Explain to me why Nuketown is anything but an F.
It's Nuketown. It's a map everyone knows, but in the zombies, I love the perks raining down. I will say it was annoying if you didn't get Jug until round 20. I will say that was a very annoying factor, but it was just a small, fun zombies map set in a map everyone knows, and of course, the ending cutscene being
the missile.
The missile from Moon. And being able to hear like the transit bus and Marlton and like all those like little side Easter eggs, and it was just a fun map, and the loading screen having so much lore for the Black Ops story, zombie storyline and everything. It was a fun map, and I enjoyed it.
For me, it was a difficult map, but I actually didn't like the random perk spawning. That was actually a pain in the ass.
That was the worst thing they ever could have done.
You can either get Jug early, or you can get Jug way too late, and the zombies would already be fucking you over.
I think the last round of perk spawns is 25, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so if you might have to survive without Jug until round 25.
That's pretty
crazy.
Fucked.
That's insane.
Yeah. If they were going to do the random perk spawns, it should have been at least every 1 or 2 rounds. Or something like that.
I would have said 3. Every third round. Round 1, 4, 7, 10. Just. But there has to be some.
You'd at least get Jugs sooner.
There has to be some order to it where, like. Maybe the locations are random, but, like, the perks are in, like, a set order. You know what I mean? Like maybe
I would have been okay with that.
Maybe it's like Quick Revive first, and then like instead of like don't make it too easy where you get Jug right away, but maybe like double tap, and then Speed Cola, and then Jug. So by round 10, like you only got to survive to like round 10, and then you get Jug.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I don't know. That's to me. I don't know.
I just don't think that would work because then you would have to factor in the Pack-a-Punch.
Okay, so you don't drop Pack-a-Punch till round 13 or 15.
But then,
make it a little bit
small map. You're gonna need Pack-a-Punch right away.
Yeah, well, 90% of the time I'm getting Speed Cola, and then Pack-a-Punch by round 5, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't need Speed Cola or Pack-a-Punch yet. Jug would be nice though,
and that's why I survive until round 25 for Jug. I don't see what the issue is.
Yeah, okay, that's crazy. I think it's F. I'll move it to low D, but that's the highest I go.
I'd put it at high D. That's just me, though.
I
think it's above Transit and Farm.
Yeah, I like it better than Transit. It's a nice little fun survival map.
Yeah, you guys are crazy, but fine. Next time, if you don't like one of my choices, I'm sticking to it, and you're not changing my answer until the end. Who's up? Die Rise.
I like Die Rise. That was also one of those maps that like has grown on me. Like at first, it was kind of like I feel like that when we get to it, I felt like all the maps in BO2 besides the last one, they all sort of like grew on me, and I eventually ended up liking them. A couple years down the road. I liked trolling people with the what's it called, the squidlifier.
The sliquifier.
Shooting at the ground near the elevator shafts and seeing people go flying off and dying. Yep. Or the funniest part was when you try to use the trampoline to jump across a gap and you smack your forehead into the floor and fall to your death.
God, I fucking hated that.
I will say, all the Easter eggs in BO2, besides the final one, Origins, super difficult for no reason. And they were all 4-player. You
True.
had to have 4 players, and they were all hard.
Origins,
besides Mob of the Dead too.
Origins, I feel like on Black Ops 2 is way harder than it is on Black Ops 3.
BO3, yeah.
I think all the Black Ops 2 Easter eggs were pretty difficult, but that's just me.
But anyway, Die Rise, I liked the elevators with the perks. I liked the elevators. I liked being able to with the traps, and they added a perk that a lot of people hate, and I don't like it, but I thought it was a cool concept of Who's Who.
Who's Who, yeah.
And it has a really good jingle. I like the jingle.
Love the jingle.
It was better if you had multiple people. Like if you had at least 3 or 4 people on Die Rise, Who's Who might be useful, but it's still, the concept of it was cool, but the fact that they gave you only a starting pistol to try to revive yourself, that was stupid.
That was
also, how did we forget about one of the best perks to ever grace COD Zombies? Tombstone, dude, are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Oh, that was the original Tombstone. It gave you an incentive basically to die.
So why is Transit still in D then?
Because Tombstone wasn't in Transit, it was on Town.
It was on Town.
Tombstone wasn't in Transit?
No,
I could have sworn Tombstone was on Transit, but it was not easy to get to.
Yeah, I thought it was something stupid. Either way, where are we putting Die Rise? I could be wrong.
I'd put it on high C, but I wouldn't put it higher than that.
Spider?
I would say it's above Shangri-La, below 5.
Above or below Verrucht?
Verrucht is the highest one we have.
Oh,
for me at least.
Oh, for me 5 was the highest we have.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I put it above 5.
You'd put it like top of C?
I put it top C, yeah.
Well, Spider, it's your pick.
At least.
I put Die Rise. I was putting it right in the middle because I think we have 4 maps in C. I put it like right in the middle.
I have 5.
And I should add with Die Rise, it was basically a waiting game for the elevators. It was annoying, but also on the bright side, you at least had places to train. Like, I could name at least, like, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't impossible, but...
Loved the bank system that got added.
I mean, they put it in the shower, which that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'd like the bank system.
If you stored a weapon on Transit, you could get it on Die Rise, because they put the fridge on that map, too.
was buried, too.
Yeah, and buried. Yeah, the bank system in general was just broken, but we'll get into that more with Buried.
True.
Yeah.
So, Mob of the Dead.
My pick?
Yes, sir. Yep. You know what to do.
That is an S.
Yes!
Yeah, finally. That is an S.
Our first S tier.
Yeah.
And I could not agree more.
Yep.
It is just so well done.
At the time, this was probably the most needed zombies map of all time. Because after Transit and Die Rise, which, if you remember correctly, whether you liked them a lot or not, did not do well at their launch.
Yeah.
Right.
And Mob of the Dead saved Black Ops 2.
It saved Black Ops 2.
It really
saved the
did.
zombies mode. Yep.
Everything from the Wonder Weapon to the story to
Just
Brutus.
Just Brutus, the Golden Gate Bridge, the concept of having it in a prison, and not just any prison.
The most,
but
Alcatraz.
I was gonna say probably the most well-known American prison, at least.
Yeah.
Alcatraz Island, like, God, Treyarch cooked with this map.
They
did.
And from here on out, the next like handful of Treyarch zombie maps, which is gonna get broken up a little bit by the different games and stuff.
Yeah,
Treyarch cooked for a while.
They did.
They did. Let's see here. I'm just looking at the list we have. Honestly, they cooked up until.
They cooked up until Voyage of Despair.
Yeah, until Black Ops 4.
Until Black Ops 4.
I mean, they cooked in Black Ops 4.
Well, Black Ops 4 grew on me now. We'll get to that. But Black Ops 4 grew on me now. But at the time, man, there were not a lot of maps that I really wanted to play. There were only just looking at the list, maybe 2, 3.
See, and
tops. Like,
I know we were talking about Who's Who. Mob of the Dead did Who's Who, what it should have been. Am I like you know that sort of
right?
Like, you're a ghost. You didn't have to deal with zombies. You could kill zombies.
Afterlife.
Afterlife.
Awesome. It got rid of quick revive, but Afterlife was really cool.
Oh my god, Afterlife!
I loved Afterlife.
Afterlife was one of those things where, like, when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't really know. Like, at that point, like, you know, zombie purist me was like, that's a big change. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Easily, I was wrong. It's one of the best things they've ever added. And one of the maps later on perfects it, in my opinion. But again, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
This was also wasn't this the first map that didn't require 4 people for the Easter egg?
I think as long as one person was the weasel and one person was one of the other characters, I think you could.
Or something. Right. Yeah, it was 2 people was the max you needed.
Right, I believe so. Yeah.
But yeah, the Hell's Retriever, one of the best like side wonder weapons or whatever.
I forget about the Hell's Retriever.
And then being able to upgrade it to the Hell's Redeemer. Oh,
yep. And then
one of the best.
There was another one other than the Blundergat and then the upgrading to the Sweeper, then the Vitrolic Withering.
Yeah, from the Acid Gat. Yep.
But also, many people forget about this. There's something called the Golden Spork.
Golden Spork, yeah.
A
lot of people forget about that.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
and then
they cooked, man.
They had the minigun. They had the death machine.
The death machine as an actual weapon you can use. You could cook Brutus with that thing.
Yeah, because Pack-a-Punch, that thing cooked.
Because I don't think the death machine was a drop in this game.
And
it was an actual weapon.
Yeah, it was an actual weapon in Mob of the Dead, which is crazy. But it's also the only game that ever did that too.
Yeah.
All right. Am I up?
I should also. I should also add, when it came to the buildables, you could pick up multiple parts.
Yeah, that was the first time you could
that was the first map you could do that.
Yeah, like a shared inventory, finally.
Yes, shared inventory.
Very true. All right. I'm up, right? Buried?
Yep.
Buried.
I feel like you guys are going to call me crazy.
Depends on which direction you go.
I'm torn between a low A and a high B.
I agree with you completely.
I'm leaning more towards low A, but like in between Derice and Kino. Or maybe high A. I don't know.
I agree with the low A, but I want to hear why you think that it's a low A.
Buried is one of those maps where they, again, cooked. Like at first, like I remember at the time I was so hyped for this map, but I was also a little nervous because I thought the concept of it was strange, like a town underground, like what? But God, when you get down there, man, it's like I'm just thinking back to like when I first started playing it. You get the Paralyzer for the first time, you see Leroy for the first time.
and like the witches in the house, and like the way you can get free perks and stuff going through there, and the maze in the back. Vulture for the first time. Like,
yep.
Oh my god! Like the amount of buildables on this map too. The
chalk drawings, you being able to draw your own weapons.
Being able to draw your own weapons was huge.
That was huge.
The
you
classic
could strategically place them.
The classic camping strategy of sitting by Jug with the subsurface resonator and the turbine,
and the chopper,
and the chopper, and what was the other one?
Paralyzer.
The
bank.
Don't tell me. No, not the bank. Shut up. Every map had the bank.
But it had the bank glitch.
It did have the bank glitch.
I'm thinking about the other buildable. Why can't I think of it? Oh my god. The one from Die Rise.
Trample Steam.
Trample Steam. Thank you.
Flogger was going through my head, and I was like, fighting the word flogger out because I knew it was wrong. I don't know why I was thinking flogger, but yeah, the trample steam. You put them all together in that little alleyway, and with the paralyzer and a ray gun, and you're set,
high round.
dude. High round strat. Oh my god, so much fun.
It is so much fun. And I can't believe there's two things I think maybe you were about to mention. If I don't want to interrupt you here. Give you a chance.
No, go
Two
ahead.
things that were a part of Buried that made the game. We got the very first Ray Gun Mark II.
Oh my god! How did I forget
about
that?
True.
Ray Gun Mark II got added, and it got added to every map in BO2 after Buried came out.
Yep.
Awesome. Love the Ray Gun Mark II. It's been sort of a staple in zombies from going forward. Maybe in BO6 too. There's reports, but anyway, going too far forward. Mm-hmm. And then one of the best ways to troll your friends.
Oh no!
Let's say you hit the box. It's round 5, right?
No.
You hit the box. Oh man, what is this thing? Has a clock on it? I wonder what this thing does.
No.
You throw. Completely forget about it. You make it to round
fucking time
25,
bomb.
30. Oh, why is it I don't have a thing? You activate it, you're on round 5 again.
No.
The time bomb.
Oh my god! I used to be one of those people that would go into public lobbies when I was bored, hit the box till I got the time bomb, throw it down on like round 3. Wait till you get to like round 30 and then hit it and then just leave. I used to be one of those people. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I honestly one of the best like grenades or whatever. Like it was such a cool concept if you think of like the fact that they were able to do. Now, if you want to talk about transit, yeah, they were too ambitious. But the fact that they were able to do something like that reverted everything you've done back to what it was, I think that was such a cool mechanic.
Yeah.
Because I think it even affected the Easter egg.
I was gonna say, and it was crucial to the Easter egg too.
Yeah,
it was.
You needed it for the Easter egg.
Yeah.
So I would agree with
I'll
the
take
low
A. I think low A is fine. Yeah.
I should add one more thing about Mob of the Dead I forgot to mention. Electric Cherry.
Oh yeah, on the bridge.
When you had Electric Cherry, Speed Cola, Jug, and the Vitrolic Withering, that was a nasty combo.
Yep.
Insane.
All right, guys.
Oh boy.
I think I know, unless I'm mistaken. Origins, S tier.
S tier.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I mean, where to even start? Map. Yes, it's gray, but there's just so much going on. You don't even really notice anything. And of course, it was even better looking in BO3. But this is the BO2 version.
Right.
Were we robots? What?
Oh my god.
Giant
the robots for the first time, or getting stepped on by a robot for the first time and not knowing what to do.
Yep.
The power being the generators and how it was split up, and that's how you unlock Pack-a-Punch. The Easter egg, and I'm saving the best for last, but the Easter egg, the shield being like probably one of its best instances of a shield. What am I missing here? Oh, the little like Easter eggs, the Easter egg song, the tank. Who could forget the tank?
Yep. You're forgetting one crucial part of the map, Spider.
Am I forgetting one crucial part of the map? Let's see here.
The fog rolling in.
Excavation site. Oh, the fog rolling in. How could I forget about the fog, dude? But the excavation site, and then of course, before you realize, you go down there and you see the statues of new characters. Can't forget that. We got Primus, something nobody knew about at the time. That they were going to be a major part of the story going forward.
Yeah, this is when they started that whole multiverse.
Yep.
Without like, it was like a multiverse without telling us it was the multiverse.
Yeah, because that's also, we had been playing with Victus, which we came to find out was the Transit crew.
Right.
And then Primus being the Origins crew, and Ultimus being the people we played with since World at War.
Right. And
then, of course, the thing everyone knows about Origins and what made the map, I think, so special. The staves.
The staves. Oh, my God.
Yep.
The elemental staves.
Making the staves for the first time and using them, no matter which one you got, fire, lightning, ice, wind, and just seeing how fun they were to use, I think there's no better feeling than that, making a staff and using it for the first time.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think the staves were like probably, like, I know you just said it, but like probably the most exciting part of that map at the time was like 4 elemental wonder weapons, 4 wonder weapons that anybody can, that we can all get. We can all have our choice at one. And God, like Origins at the time, it was so difficult. Black Ops 2, like 2-hit system. You know, last gen consoles, but like later on, like now, like I would even go back to the Black Ops 2 version. Like that was just like the OG Origins just hits so much different.
It does.
The music, like the soundtrack, the score, the crazy place, the excavation site, just everything.
The upgrade steps for the staves were all like fun, and they got you thinking.
The concept of placing down a gramophone and a vinyl to open like elemental doors to the crazy place, genius. Absolutely,
and the crazy place in general was just really, really colorful.
So cool.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, it was. Oh my God, totally made up for the bland color that they had on Moon.
And then all the walls coming down and trapping you sometimes. Yes. I thought those were just cool because you had to be like on your toes the entire time while you were down there.
Yeah, so sick, so sick.
Oh, we almost just forgot something. One of the most well-known mini bosses came from Origins.
Oh my God!
The Panzer Soldat.
Panzer Soldat.
That is the one thing I don't like about Origins. One of the only things I don't like about Origins, because the Panzer Soldat was a pain in the ass.
I will agree with Justin. The original Panzer, Panzer in BO2 was such a pain in the ass
because of the 2-hit system. Yes. Even if you had Jug, he would grab you, light you on fire, and you'd be dead.
That was it.
That was one of the worst feelings in the world.
I agree.
Whenever you heard the siren go off, you're like, "This might be it, gentlemen. It's been nice knowing you."
And probably something even worse is when he lands on top of you.
Oh yeah, or like lands in front of you and there's a horde of zombies behind you.
And then you're trapped with nowhere to go.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
But
before we get into the next games, let's do a quick rundown, right? So far we have Mob of the Dead and Origins in S.
Yep.
Derice
was Origins after Mob of the Dead? Is that what we decided, or is Origins like top?
Well, it was your pick. So would you?
I meant to have it at like the top.
So ahead of Mob of the Dead.
Yes.
Okay. So Origins, Mob of the Dead, and S. A is Derice and the Giant, Kino and Buried. For now,
didn't we have Call of the Dead up there?
I thought we had Call of the Dead in
Call of the
high
Dead,
B.
We put high B.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So B, we have Call of the Dead, Shino Numa, Nacht der Untoten, Moon, and Ascension. C, we had 5, Varrock, Die Rise, Shangri-La, and Town.
Yep.
D, we have Nuketown, Transit, and Farm. F, we have Bus Depot, and then, Vanguard, and the never played, did not play enough of to rank. Yeah. There's a whole section there. Okay, so now we have the Advanced Warfare maps. Yep. Before we get into this, as you can see, we moved Carrier and Descent back down after we took a short little break. They're gonna... You guys could do Advanced Warfare because I didn't play any of these. I might have played Outbreak. That was it. So you guys, if you want to go like
I think like you guys can each pick one and talk about it and vote on it. That's fine. But I have nothing to say here. So
I think we just say where it goes and one thing we liked, one thing we hated, and move on.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
All right, start with Outbreak then.
Yep. So Outbreak. Out of the Advanced Warfare maps, I would say Outbreak was the best one. So I would go and say it's an A.
Oh, absolutely not, dude. This is everything. Advanced Warfare Zombies sucked.
I was about to say, you have to keep in mind, Justin, you're ranking these against other games.
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Other
so
games,
I'll put it at low B then.
Oh, wow.
It's the better of. I wouldn't put it higher than Shino Numa. I'll put it.
The fact that you're putting this above any of these maps, crazy work.
When it came to Outbreak, it really gave Sledgehammer a chance to show what they could do for a survival mode. I think adding an exosuit was an interesting concept. The way you upgraded weapons, you could upgrade them like 15 times and it became more powerful each time.
25 times.
25 times, holy cow. I didn't really do the Easter egg on that. I know I tried to do it with some old friends I played with on PS3, because I played it on the PS3. I didn't have the next-gen consoles yet.
Which is insane.
That is insane. Yeah, the fact that you could upgrade it a certain amount of times was interesting. There'll be more added on to that later on. But one thing I didn't like was the zombies that had different types with the exosuits. One of them was it had a system hack on it and if you had a horde of zombies and you were basically about to get trapped in a corner, think you have your way out. In comes springing in the system hack zombie, and you're basically fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was so annoying. So I wouldn't put it higher than low B.
Infection, F. Absolutely hated that map.
Okay.
Yeah. That one
worse than Bus Depot. Easter egg was the only redeeming factor of the game, or of that map, was with the buddy. What's his name? The burger dude, the burger mascot,
Burger Buddy or whatever his name was.
But the Easter egg sucked the steps, because you had to find the burger meat that was just hidden around the map, which is stupid. Cooking the burger meat with the microwave gun, which was probably the worst wonder weapon we've ever had. Super hard for no reason. You had the outbreak zones, or the whatever that you had to go save people in, and if you didn't, you got a bad thing happen to you, like you lost power in a sector or something like that.
Yeah, you had to do objectives, and you were penalized for not doing it or failing at it.
Yeah,
it was stupid.
The Juggernaut zombie was a bullet sponge for absolutely no reason. And it was just a terrible map. There's really no redeeming quality to it. It was just so bad.
All right, let's speed run these next two, because I'm tired of this game. Carrier.
Yeah.
Carrier, I'd put it at D. I put it above Farm.
It was a cool concept.
Not more than Nuketown.
It was a cool concept.
It was an interesting concept. It was just meh.
Yeah.
It was basically felt like a similar feel to Outbreak, just a little more open. But other than that, one other thing I didn't like about Advanced Warfare Zombies, you had these. I guess it made things interesting though. If you had infected zombies, where if it hit you, you'd have to cleanse yourself. Otherwise, you turned into one of them.
That was stupid. Descent was okay. The story of Advanced Warfare Zombies was kind of booty cheeks anyway, so the ending map kind of sucked. The only good thing was the wonder weapon, the Trident. That was the only, which was I think a multiplayer kill streak. That was the only thing. It was a wonder weapon. But yeah, I would say Descent was probably a D tier too.
Above Farm or below Farm?
Below farm.
Okay.
So. Yeah, that's Advanced Warfare.
So now we're up to Black Ops 3. I guess I'll start.
Just started over.
Since you guys went through all those. Shadows of Evil. Probably the easiest S tier on here too.
Yep.
Now the biggest debate is whether it goes before Origins or after Origins.
I think it's even beneath Mob of the Dead.
You think it's?
I put it beneath Mob of the Dead.
And Origins?
Yeah, yes, I'd say it's more vibrant compared to Mob. Mob had a more horror.
And Origins too. It was way more vibrant.
All right. I mean, I would probably what?
I'd put it above Mob.
I was also going to put it above Mob. I think the argument for me is whether it's. I think the argument for me is whether or not it's better than Origins.
I don't think it's better than Origins.
I am in that group that's like Origins had the elemental staves, so it can't be worse than Shadows because Shadows didn't really have anything like that. But Shadows is such a good map.
It grew on me. Like that's probably the map that grew on me the most.
Oh yeah, for sure. For me, when that first map came out, that probably would have been a D tier. I really did not like that map at all. No. And anybody who played that map and liked it, I was like, how? This map is trash.
Yeah, right.
But now, that's like a go-to for me.
There were two iconic things that they added in Shadows. Well, really three. One was the fact that you can add, kind of like a perk to your Pack-a-Punch weapon.
Oh, so, yeah. The ammo
Blast
mods.
Furnace, Dead Wire, Turned. And they added Widow's Wine.
Yeah.
That was a pretty neat perk. And probably the greatest weapon ever made up to that point, the Apothecary Servant.
I still think it's probably the best weapon ever made.
They had to get rid of the upgraded version because it was so overpowered. There was a glitch where you could pack up it.
Are all forgetting about something that Black Ops 3 and Shadows of Evil introduced.
Little Arnie's.
That
3-hit zombies.
That we did not have after Black Ops 3 for a very long time. Until now.
Gobblegums.
Gobblegums were probably the greatest addition in zombies history.
When they first came out, hated them.
Oh, I didn't. I thought they were great.
Did not like them.
I was in that group where it was like I kind of like how I was with Buried, where I was like, or not Buried. Did I say that about Buried before? Now I got to double back and think about what I was going to say. Oh no, I'm sorry. Mob of the Dead, where I was like when they added Afterlife, and I was like, I don't know, like the zombie purist in me, like I don't know, that's kind of a big change. I was like that at first when I heard the announcement. I was like, I don't know, it's a little weird. It's kind of a lot. Like I feel like it's making the game a little too easy now. But it actually it does make the game easier, but like it just makes it more fun and more interesting.
It does.
More than anything, I think it makes it more fun and more interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that, and it's just something about Shadows. It was just vibrant. The cast of characters were probably my favorite, guest cast.
Oh yeah,
that we've had. Jeff Goldblum, of course, being the main guy everyone knows as Nero, and then just all the story of Shadows of Evil, setting up the story of BO3 with the Shadow Man, the Apothecans, and the what is the other one? I'm drawing a blank here. Apothecans and
the Keepers.
Yes.
The Keepers.
Yep. Keepers.
Thank you.
I had to look to the heavens for that one. Obviously, you couldn't see it. I don't have my webcam on, but I was literally back staring
silence, trying to figure that out.
I'm gonna cut out that awkward 15 seconds of silence, so we're all trying to figure out what the name of the other.
All right. Let's just cut this all out. It was Apothecans and Keepers.
Yes.
And just the whole story, it being so good. It was the Easter egg again. Is one of those ones we had gotten used to. Single player Easter eggs, and Shadows was a 4-player only Easter egg. And I know a lot of people didn't like that at the start. And then I don't know, just getting ready to, see Richtofen at the end. Really good map. Really good map.
Arguably one of the greatest of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
Something about it.
All right, Justin. Eisendrache.
I think you know where this needs to go.
S tier.
S tier. Attaboy.
All right.
Now where,
Definitely
though?
above Shadows.
Above Shadows,
I think it goes
below
above Shadows.
Origins.
But below Origins. They go, but they're pretty neck and neck.
They are pretty neck and neck.
They had a similar concept in the sense that you had elemental wonder weapons.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now.
And the Panzer Soldat was better on Der Eisendrache in that it didn't grab you from like a long distance and just light you on fire.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the 4 maps that we have in S tier are so close to each other that they are easily interchangeable and nothing would change about the list. Like, that's how close they are. Like, I don't know, man. I love Origins, but like, there's something in me. Maybe it's just because I played so much of both of the maps. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like right now, if it was right now, I think I would play Der Eisendrache over Origins. I don't know. But if you ask me tomorrow, I would probably say Origins over Der Eisendrache. Like, that's just how often in my head, like, these top 5, when we get to the 5th one, in my opinion, that deserves the 5th spot.
I think what we need to do in the future, at some point, I think we need to go back and play these. Origins, Der Eisen, Shadows, and Mob.
Yes, and give, like, a definitive,
like,
1 through 4.
What is the best of these 4? Man, granted, there could be another S tier that we don't... To me, I see maybe one more S tier.
I was about to say, I think there's one more S tier in here.
Maybe two. But
maybe.
But yeah.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, maybe 2.
Yeah.
I guess I'm up then, huh? Zetsubo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zetsubo. That's gonna be an interesting.
Wait, no, it's me. It's me.
Is it?
Yeah, you did Shadows.
Shadows. Right, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Zetsubo, I don't know. I think a lot of maps in BO3 grew on me for sure. Besides Der Eisendrache, I always liked Der Eisen from the day I played it. Zetsubo, I would give like a low B. I don't know. It was just it was very colorful. I liked, just like the greening of the island and just like this overrun facility and everything. But the boss fight was kind of lackluster compared to Der Eisendrache. And this stupid what are the boss zombies called in that map? The Thrashers.
The Groot? Yeah.
Yeah, those things were
Thrashers sucked because if you got 8, you died.
True.
So I would say like low B, but that's just me.
Where would you where in B would you put it?
I would definitely put it above Outbreak.
Definitely.
I would say it's above Moon, like right in the middle there.
Okay. All right, that's fair. I think. I mean, personally, I think it's grown on me a lot more. Where I probably would have put it at like right below Call of the Dead, at top of B.
I could also see that. I would have B.
But no, I think this middle spot is okay. I think the thing about Zetsubo is like, along with like the next map too, I feel like these 2 maps are very they're more for the hardcore player. I feel like these are not this map and the next one we're gonna get to. I feel are not casual maps at all.
Right.
Oh no.
So that's where I feel like that discrepancy comes from. Where like, Justin, I'm not trying to take shots at you, but like somebody like me, I might put it at top of B because I'm more of like the hardcore, grind it, Easter egg, high rounds all the time kind of player. And then you're maybe somebody who really didn't play Zetsubo because it was harder and wasn't directed more towards the casual. So maybe you would put it lower B. And then maybe Spider didn't play it as much at the time, so he's putting it mid B. Like, this is one of those maps that can be interchangeable in so many different ways. Like,
oh yeah,
I've heard people put it even like C and D because like they just didn't play it enough because it was too difficult. But I think personally, I think it's a high B. But I'm actually perfectly fine with where it's at personally.
I also the Wonder Weapon, the KT4. I love the KT4.
So good.
That's also why I have it as highly ranked as it is. I love the KT4. I love the upgraded KT. I don't know. Was that the? I don't remember what the upgraded version is. It's not the KT4. What is it called? I have no clue.
Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, the KT4 Masamune.
Oh, yes, you beat me to it. The Masamune.
Masamune. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good.
And just, I don't know, something about that one. Oh, the school in Nansopway.
Yep.
Oh, the skull, too. Oh, my God.
Forgot about the skull. Honestly, I might move that up to a higher B now because of that. I forgot about all that stuff.
Where would you put it, then?
I would probably put it, like, up below Call of the Dead, like you said, like a higher B.
Like right above Shino Numa, but below Call of the Dead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I also love these maps, too, or Zetsubo, and just all of BO3, because it's like you said, we were getting into the multiverse thing with different dimensions. Because Zetsubo is in its own dimension.
Right.
Gorod is in its own dimension. Like what are they called? Fissures?
Something like They're
know
all in their own.
Yeah.
Like realm.
Zetsubo, like it showed dragon eggs, but this was a universe where dragons didn't work. And then Gorod is a universe where they got dragons to
where they had dragons, yeah.
And stuff like that. So I don't know. It's getting way off track with like the story, but yeah, I love Zetsubo.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's a good spot.
Oh.
All right. Gorod Kroby.
Man, Gorod.
Now,
Gorod.
Gorod. So here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some days, you're going to think I'm crazy. Some days, I would put this in the bottom of S.
Some days, and I agree with that.
Most days, though, the highest point in A. Top A. And I think that's where I'm going to put it right now. Okay. I think it's better than Derice, Kino, and Buried. But I don't know if it's as good as Origins and DE and Shadows and Mob.
Now, if there was an A+, A+ all the way.
Yeah, I think it's that middle ground where it's like right in between S and A.
But I do love Gorod.
Yeah, for sure.
Gorod.
It is a hard, and it goes back to like I think you said in Zetsubo how the next 3 maps, or next 2 next 3 including Zetsubo,
right,
are made for the more
hardcore.
Because I will say, even as an expert player, I say I'm pretty good at zombies. Gorod, the Easter egg, I even had some difficulty. It is so hard. Boss fight's hard. The Easter egg steps are hard. Like it is a hard Easter egg.
Yeah. For sure.
But one of the best looking, like, war-torn Stalingrad with dragons, giant, Russian origin robots. Oh, man, it's so good. Being able to ride a dragon, you kidding me? Oh, yeah.
And the lockdowns and everything. That's when they also introduced the Manglers and
Manglers.
We'll get to the Manglers later.
What was that?
Now they're too much.
What was that wonder weapon, too, that you get from completing the challenges? The fist of something?
Oh, the fist, the dragon.
The dragon fist.
Ep.3?
Yes. I think that was what it was called.
Yes. With the dragon and everything. Oh, so cool. So cool. And that was another one where, like the purist in me is like, really? Like, dragons and zombies? Like, that's kind of weird.
Right?
And it works. Like, it's a weird thing where it doesn't make sense, but it works. So,
yeah. And then
it also had the Ray Gun Mark III.
Yeah.
Very true.
And they brought back the PPSH.
Yeah. And I also, in Eisendrache too, that was it wasn't Shadows of Evil. That was the very first, like, usable shield that had an ability.
Right.
It protected you from the fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the fire, the dragon shield.
The dragon shield, yep.
That's right.
Oh my god, dude, I forgot all about all those. Like the Mark III and everything. Oh my god.
I definitely would put
the PPSH too.
Gorod high A.
Yeah, I have it in the highest point of A.
I would say, like, for an expert, like, if you're good at zombies, zombies, I would say it's an A. If you don't, and you're just a casual, I'd say it's like a B.
I'd say probably low. I would say for a casual, it's probably a low B, high C. Honestly,
yeah.
Like, I feel like that's one of the bigger drop-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In maps. Next up,
Justin,
Revelations.
Yeah, Justin, you take Revelations because we're gonna go. Because Spider and I will go through.
You guys will go through. I mean, I'll put some 2 cents in Zombies in Spaceland because...
you definitely played that with us a little bit.
Yeah.
I play... Well, not... Well, I don't know if I played with you guys on that, but there was a free trial for Infinite Warfare at the time. And I played
it with us. I swear you did.
I played Zombies in Spaceland. And... Because I never owned Infinite Warfare. But I did play the free trial, and it only let me get up to level 4 before it capped me.
Really? Then maybe you didn't play with us. That's weird. I don't remember that.
I thought it did. All right, Revelations.
All right, so Revelations, Justin.
Yeah. So Revelations. That's an interesting one. You're basically in the center of the multiverse, and it takes aspects of different past maps. But with the way the flow goes, I'm putting Revelations at a high B. Like, the very top of B. I'd say it's better than Call of the Dead. But I don't think it warrants a low A. It was fine.
I think that's a little too high, but that's just...
I also think that's a little high, but...
it was just okay at best.
They were jumbled a lot of stuff together, but anyway...
Yeah.
We've been recording for like almost 2 hours now, so we're gonna pick the pace up a little bit. I think.
Yep.
I think it's warranted that we pick the pace up a little bit. We got about 27 maps to go here, if I counted that right. So.
Yeah. I'll let you guys go through Infinite Warfare. So I'm done.
All right, Spider. If you don't mind, I'll take Zombies in Spaceland because I didn't play a lot of Ridin the Redwood.
Okay.
So, Zombies in Spaceland, I think, I mean, you guys can make the argument if you want. I think it's high A.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, 100%. Below Gorod.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Like, right below Gorod, but right above Derice.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, again, like, it was the first map in Infinite Warfare, but, like, I think it's the best, honestly, of that game.
Yeah, I would say below Gorod, like an A.
All right.
Rave, I would say it's a B. I know we have a lot of stuff in B, but that's just sort of like middle of the pack. I would say it's probably beneath Zetsubo. Not that it was still a good map. I loved all the Infinite Warfare zombie maps, and I loved all the Infinite Warfare zombie maps. But Raven's Redwood, it was kind of cool. Like the rave aspect, but there's some issues with it, so I'll put it at B, but at least that's about.
All right. Shaolin Shuffle. I know this is such an underrated, an underrated opinion or like a hot take, but I think Shaolin Shuffle was one of the better maps in this game. I almost want to put it, Spider, right above Ridin the Redwoods, right below Zetsubo.
I'm all right with that.
Okay. All right, because it's definitely not better.
Hard.
The boss fight's ridiculously hard, but I don't think it's better than anything that is ahead of it, like Zetsubo, Call of the Dead, Rev, Buried, Kino. Yeah. It's not better than any of those, but I think it's better than everything below it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
For the most part. All right, Attack of the Radioactive Thing, Spider.
Oh man, I love this map, and I think not that many people do. I would probably give this a C, and I hate doing that. I really do. I liked Attack of the Radioactive Thing.
Like a high C?
We have a lot of stuff in B, which is why I'm putting it in C, because it's definitely not an A, but the environment of it being like a 50s monster, and the boss fight was also very difficult with the nuke step. I absolutely hated it.
I also hated that. To be honest,
I would give it like a high C, like a. Maybe not a high C. I would probably put it above Shangri-La.
Okay, but below like Die Rise?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that. The Beast from Beyond. F.
Can I have 1 point?
Sure.
I agree. But the only reason I'm not calling it an F, yeah, I guess I am. The only reason I'm not is because technically Beast from Beyond is where you would start the Mistopheles boss fight, which I think was a really fun boss fight.
Yeah.
But the map as a whole, because we're just looking at the map, the map as a whole is an F. And I don't think it's as bad as Infection. But I would put it beneath Buzz Depot.
Okay.
See, I don't agree with the F, but I do, if that makes sense.
I hated this map. I couldn't stand this map.
The boss fight was stupid. You had bullet sponge rhinos for some
Everything
reason.
was stupid. The entire thing, in my opinion, was stupid. Top to bottom, I thought this map was dumb. It was ridiculous. I liked Extinction and Ghosts. Hated this map. Could not stand it.
So,
all right. Black Ops 4. Justin.
I would like to add, Call of Duty World War II came out before Black Ops 4.
Wait, what?
Like, it came out the year before Black Ops 4. Okay. I don't know why they have it come after.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so let's do World War II then.
All right.
Final Reich.
This was actually the first Easter egg I completed with you guys.
Yeah, and it was really fun.
This one, out of all the Call of Duty World War II maps, this was one of the better ones.
It was dark, gritty.
It's dark and gritty. I'd say it's tough to say exactly. I'd put it below Call of the Dead, but higher than Zetsubo.
Wow. Okay.
I think we're starting to overpopulate B right now.
I don't think so. I think B and C are probably going to be the most populated.
It's going to be like a bell curve.
Yeah. B and C are going to be the most populated because those are the most mid.
So below Call of the Dead?
But above Zetsubo. I put it below Call, but above Zetsubo. Yeah.
Okay.
I could settle with that. I probably would have put Zetsubo above it, but I mean, I okay.
Probably would have put Shaolin above it too, but...
That high, you think? Really? Or that low?
Yeah. It's still good. I'm not saying it's not, but anyway.
Groston House, Spider? Did you ever play this?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a survival map.
Yeah.
I guess it's a tier of its own because it's not F because it's not bad, but it's just a survival map. Like I would say, if anything, lowest tier of D.
Low D.
The very end of D.
Okay.
D. Yeah.
I could settle for that.
What am I up to? Darkest Shore.
F. That's my opinion, but sorry.
Really? I was gonna put it low D, right below Groston House.
That works.
Yeah,
because I don't think it's as bad
agree.
as anything in F, but I don't think it's better than anything in D either.
One redeeming factor about this map is that you could make the buzzsaw. That was actually fun.
The buzzsaw weapon was pretty cool. Yeah.
That actually was pretty cool.
All right.
Shadowed Throne.
I think it's definitely better than Darkest Shore. I'd put it at C though.
I remember
I'd
when
probably put it above
map.
5, but not above Die Rise. So I put it right between those two.
Okay.
That one also had a neat wonder weapon, but I kind of forget what that one was.
Below Die Rise, above Attack with the Radioactive Thing?
Yeah, well, for your version, yeah, because I didn't play that.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I
guess. I mean...
I think that's too high because I don't know.
I think it goes bottom C.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think I'd rather play every other map in this list in C before I played Shadowed Throne.
I feel that way for a majority of
the
World War II maps, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. The Frozen Dawn, is that me? Or is that you?
No,
Spider?
we're on the Tortured Path.
Oh no, the Tortured Path. I put all of those and didn't play enough.
Didn't play? Okay.
Yeah.
So then you're Frozen Dawn, I think.
So for
Frozen
Dawn, I mean, Spider, I guess we can exchange where we put each one.
Frozen Dawn, I'm gonna say it's a D because I played it like once or twice and I didn't enjoy it because it was just sort of bland.
I didn't play Frozen Dawn.
Oh, so none of us played it enough to rank it then?
No,
because I didn't play it a lot either.
Nobody played it enough, yeah.
No.
When it came to the Tortured Path maps, there were like 4 of them, I think. Yeah. I only played the first one because you cannot play those solo.
Yeah, they are so difficult.
They're so difficult, and I didn't like the fact they made the same mistake with Infection. They put objectives in them.
Yeah.
We just want to play zombies, survive.
Yeah.
Why do we want to focus on objectives?
That's another reason I think I'm leaving it in the never played or did not play it enough, because I feel like it's just like we really can't give it a good rating because like we never really played enough of it to get far enough to be able to rank anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I put the first map of the 4 in F because it ruined that whole experience for me. And it turned me off of World War II zombies.
I just haven't played enough. So.
I guess I'll
BO4.
take Voyage.
Yep.
I don't think it's an F. I think it's a low, like the lowest port of D.
Oh, I really hate that.
Where would you put it?
I'm not saying it's an A or a B, but I definitely much rather would play Voyage over like 5 in Town. I would put it like a high rank of C.
Really?
That's just me. Yeah. It's something about it. It's Titanic. The Wonder Weapon, the cannon is cool. The Blight Fathers was a cool new boss. It was just a cool looking map.
Justin? It introduced a lot of things, but what was the main Wonder Weapon? I forget.
Kraken.
The cannon. The Kraken.
Right. I don't think I really had that one.
It was good. It was pretty fun.
It was okay.
Well, it depended on what variant you got.
Yeah, but still, for a Wonder Weapon, it was pretty mid.
I'd put it below 5. I wouldn't put it higher than that.
Fine. Who wants 9?
I'll take 9. I think it easily wipes the floor with Voyage.
Oh, yeah.
I would put 9 at an A tier. Beautiful. I'd say it's not as good as Buried, but it's definitely better than Kino. You could interchange Derice and 9 interchangeably.
Yeah. I like that.
But for now, I'm gonna put it between the Giant / Derice and Buried.
Yeah, fun boss fight, fun Easter egg, the Scorpion.
Yeah, the what was that one called? The
Scorpio. It's just called Scorpio.
Circuit's Kiss.
It wasn't called.
Yeah, Circuit's Kiss. Yeah,
I think that was the upgraded version. There was a non-upgraded version.
Yeah, it's a whatever it was called.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Death of Orion, I think is what it was called.
Oh yeah. All right.
It was
Blood of the Dead.
Blood of the
Dead. Definitely not as good as Mob. I would say it's probably a B. I would probably put it like the highest ranks of B, if I'm being honest. I enjoyed it.
Above Rev and everything?
Yeah.
I could go with that.
I could take
fun
that.
Fun Easter egg. Yeah. That's hard because Rev, I did like Rev. But then again, I think a majority of us, I think at least me and Kenny agreed Rev shouldn't be there anyway. It should be like somewhere else, so it's kind of hard
to...
But I liked Blood. The Hell's Retriever was back. Fun Easter egg, the boss fight, the story implications, it was all good. So I had like a high B.
That's fair.
They added the Magma Gat. That
was huge at the time. Still is.
And then a whole new portion of Mob of the Dead that we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm alright with it. Top of B, honestly.
All right.
I guess I'll take Classified.
No, you should take the next one.
No. I'm gonna take Classified because I'm gonna have nothing. I'm gonna have nothing nice to say about that map, so I'm gonna take Classified, and I'm gonna put it. Honestly, 5 is the top of C. I'm gonna put Classified at the bottom of B. I think it's just slightly better, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it a little higher. I'm gonna put it. Wow, I'm actually gonna bump it up quite a bit. I'm gonna put it right behind. This is gonna be a little crazy. Right behind Zetsubo, right above Shaolin Shuffle.
Okay, no, I
the same idea as you, actually.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, no Pentagon Thief. We didn't have to worry about him. Added Groom Lake as a location, and they brought back the Howling
Howl.
Tundra. Yeah, thank you.
I will add, I didn't like how they did the Easter egg with that map. You had to get... People kept blue screening because of how far they got. Because you get... To unlock the Easter egg cutscenes, you had to reach round 150 and round 300.
Yeah.
And that was ridiculous.
Shittiest map of all time. Who wants to take it?
I'll take
Justin, you want to take that one?
Dead of the Night. It was innovative, but it tried to do too much. I will put it...
Bottom of
honestly, I wouldn't even put it... it's definitely better than Bus Depot, I'll say that much. I'd put it higher than... I'd honestly put it higher than Transit, in my personal opinion.
So, like, high ranks a D?
Yeah, I'd put it mid-D.
If we weren't on a time crunch, I would have so much to talk about with...
Well, no. You can at least say your piece. I have it at the top of D right now.
Okay, I love Dead of the Night. It was innovative. I do realize it was a lot. I'm not going to say that they're wrong. There's a lot. Easter egg was very complicated. There was a lot of parts. It was a large, small map, if that makes sense. It was very large for having very small areas, but the map looked beautiful. I hope that you can at least agree with that. The map...
A nice aesthetic for what it was.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice aesthetic.
Looked awesome. The forest, the observatory, the cemetery, the actual mansion. I loved Dead of the Night. For me, I know you guys are putting it with D. Personally,
where would you put it?
I would have it like a medium to high B. I love Dead of the Night.
Okay.
All right.
I will compromise with you. Just because I know how much you like this map, I'll compromise with you. I will put it at the top of C.
I would even compromise more with you. I would be all right with putting it like towards the end of C too.
How about mid C?
Like above Shadow Throne.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
personally, I think it's a really good map, but I know how much I don't think you guys understand this. This man did the Easter egg and never touched that. He deleted it.
I deleted
the DLC.
I deleted it. As soon as we beat Dead of the Night, the Easter egg, I deleted the map off of my console. When I got the game for PC, I installed everything but Dead of the Night.
Yep. He hates it.
Cannot stand it. A map that I can stand though, Ancient Evil.
Love Ancient Evil.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. I'm gonna be quick. I'll be quick with this, and then Justin, you can take Alpha Omega because I have nothing nice to say about that one either. Ancient Evil, I'm gonna put in A.
All right.
Right below Gorod, above Spaceland.
Okay.
All right.
Any rebuttal?
I would say still A, but maybe not that high.
Where would you put it?
I would put it like below Dorit's, above 9.
Okay.
But I would say with putting it below Gorod, though. I understand why, though, for sure.
I will say one thing I liked about Ancient Evil is the fact that we've been noticing a trend where the devs like elemental wonder weapons, and Ancient Evil was the elemental one.
I'm sorry, Spidey.
At least for Black Ops 4.
You said in between what?
I said in between Doris and 9.
Okay. All right. Justin, Alpha Omega, because again, I'm going to have nothing nice to say. I'd rather somebody else take it.
Alpha Omega. It could have been awesome, but given what we know now, it's understandable of how they released it. I would put it in the C tier. I'd say it's higher than Voyage, but not higher than... I'd say it's not as high as Die Rise, so I'd put it just below Die Rise.
So in front of Dead of the Night?
Yeah, in front of Dead of the Night, and at least in my opinion.
Okay.
I think my tier list is all fucked up here because you're saying shit that's not in my order at all.
Well, that's just because there was
from top to bottom of C. I have 5 Voyage, Verrucht, Die Rise, Dead of the Night, Attack of the Radioactive Thing, Shangri-La, Town, Shadowed Throne, and now Alpha Omega somewhere.
Yeah, Alpha Omega in front of Dead of the Night.
Okay, I put Die Rise at the top of C.
Okay.
Alpha
Omega. It's I did like the idea with the different ray guns, the dual wheel,
ray gun Mark IIs.
Cool. The Avogadro boss fight I really liked, but it just something about it. It was just the Easter egg steps weren't fun. It was
I was about to say that.
And I don't know if maybe Kenny has some hatred for this map because me and Angelo did the Easter egg without him.
That's another big reason, yeah.
I figured.
I asked them to wait for me, and they said they would, and then they texted me that day that they beat it. By accident.
He was mad.
By accident.
It was
I remember that, too.
Me and Angelo will die on that hill. It was by accident.
You do not go through an Easter egg by accident.
We thought we weren't to the actual Easter egg yet.
That's a bullshit excuse. Anyway.
I'm sticking by it.
Next.
Who wants to take Tog?
Fuck Tog. Give it, Kenny, you got it.
I got low B.
I could go with that.
F.
I put it mid B, actually. I put it right below Classified, right above Shaolin Shuffle.
I could go with that. My only issue with Tog is that it was released unfinished, and they just never patched it.
My only issue is that me and Justin did that Easter egg 4 times and only got credit for the 5th time.
Dude, I did that Easter egg about 15 times, and I still got credit for it only once.
Like, that is ridiculous.
I remember
they never fixed it.
Me and Justin blue screened opposite times every time we tried to do that Easter egg.
I remember that.
That was infuriating.
It was god-awful.
All right, dude. Home stretch.
Home stretch.
Yep. Home stretch. Who wants D-Machine?
Justin,
Spider, you could take that.
Okay, D-Machine. I'd say it's a C. It's better than Town and Shadow Throne. It's a good map, but it's, again, I think that an issue that a lot of people have is reused assets, reused maps.
Yeah.
It's just knocked. I do like the underground, the Hydron Collider.
Mm-hmm.
The map was cool. I like the Megaton and the DIE. But it was just a bland map, if I'm being honest. Other than the Dark Ether, which no matter what map it is, the Dark Ether always looks good.
True.
Yeah.
True. I would agree with you in C, but I'd probably put it high C.
Like
top of C.
Above Voyage, like above 5.
Above, yeah, in my opinion.
But
it's weird. It's weird too because like, fucking Outbreak is in B still. I don't agree with that personally, but I mean,
I also don't agree with Outbreak in B because D Machina 5. I definitely think everything in C is better than Outbreak, but
honestly, we can move Outbreak to like
bottom of C. I'd be alright with
bottom of C. Yeah, we'll move that.
Fine.
Okay.
Justin, you want to take Firebase Z?
Yep. I know both of you didn't really enjoy it that much.
No.
But I personally, when it came to high rounds, it was between this map and Mauer der Toten. I played both of those a ton on Black Ops Cold War.
That is a crazy
Firebase Z, for me, is at least a B.
Crazy work, dude.
I would say I think it's better. I think it's better than Tog. I hate to say it. I think it's better than Tog.
Oh my god, this dude is smoking the ganja.
Absolutely not, dude. Are you kidding me?
This might be one of those times where Spider and I might have to rip this vote away from Justin.
Because it's not a bad map. It's not.
It's not, but it's not better than Tog.
I mean, if you could make the case.
I also don't really like Tag that much either, but like, it's not better than Shaolin, Rave, Shino, Noctmoon, and Ascension.
I mean, you could put it below those.
Can I tell you?
But then that'd be ranking it higher than D Machine too.
Can I tell you exactly where I think I would put it? Under Die Rise, above Alpha Omega. That's where I think I would put it.
I would probably put it above Shangri-La, but I can see you above Alpha Omega too. I'm alright with that.
I'm willing to go bottom of B.
Bottom of B. I'll accept. No, I'll accept that.
Really? But you're saying that's better than D Machina.
I know. I'll accept it.
And it's not.
Because it is Justin's vote, and I'm compromising. He wanted that shit like top of B almost.
Oh, all right. That's crazy. That said Outbreak and Firebase are B tier, but you know.
So where do we put it then?
I'm alright with B.
Okay.
It is Justin's thing. If you liked it, then.
Outbreak. I'm gonna put in. I'm sorry.
F.
F?
Get that shit out of here.
I did not play it enough.
Bottom of F.
I didn't.
Yes.
I tried it, but I didn't really like the idea.
Bottom of F.
I wouldn't say bottom of F. I would say it's better than Infection, but
still worse than Beast from Beyond.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Such open world zombies sucks ass.
It doesn't do it.
And the boss fight being as hard as it was for no reason, it needs to die.
Fair.
And for some reason, this Outbreak's popularity spawned Modern Warfare 3 zombies.
Which was
I know.
a mistake.
That did not need to exist.
And it was fun for the first month.
I never bought it. I never played it.
I never played it.
You guys were like, "Oh no, you should come play with us. You should come try it." I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'm good." And thank God that I was good.
Yeah.
Because I thank God you guys played it for maybe another 2 days, and then
I continued to play it. Angelo definitely got tired of it after like a day.
So did Anthony and Noah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think Noah played it with you guys a little bit.
The only reason I stayed playing it was because of my fraternity brothers. Like they like to play it. So
that's fair. All right, who wants to take Mauer?
I've been talking a lot, so one of you guys can.
Justin, you take Mauer. I'll take Forsaken.
All right. I do think Mauer is the better map of all of the Black Ops Cold War zombies, in my personal opinion.
100%.
I would say it's either high B or low A.
What's with you putting these maps?
I was going to agree either low B or high A.
I wouldn't say it because you're saying Mauer is better than Blood and Rev.
I think it's better than Blood of the Dead. I played this one a ton. The Wonder Weapon was probably one of the best Wonder Weapons in that game.
Justin, I will. Can I say something? Mauer,
I might agree.
In terms of difficulty compared to Blood of the Dead, was like a cakewalk. Is that why you're putting it above Blood?
Well, I did like it. Did give us a challenge. It also gave us a new type of zombie that like flies in the air. It's annoying. Don't get me wrong. But it's once you have the right weapons, it's actually not that difficult to beat.
Dude, I
actually beat the Easter egg with you guys on that one.
I hate to say it, Spider. I'm going to agree with him. I think high B is a good spot.
I agree with high B, but I'm not saying it's better than Blood and Rev.
Okay, so you want to put it below Blood and Rev, but above Call of the Dead?
Yeah, I'm all right with that high B, but I'm not saying it's better than Rev.
What about below Call of the Dead?
Below Call of the Dead.
Could you make an argument for that, or are we leaving it above?
I can make an argument that Call of the Dead just has like nostalgia to it. So
fair enough. Yeah, we can go with that.
Fine. Forsaken. To be honest with you,
all you.
I'm gonna put it probably right below Mauer der Toten.
Yeah, I could go with that.
I think right below Mauer der Toten, right above Zetsubo. Maybe not right below. Maybe not right above Zetsubo. How about right under Zetsubo or right above Classified? How do we feel?
All right. That's fine.
Spider, you all right?
No, but let's just
Where would you put it?
Oh, God. I would say it's a low B.
Low B? Below what?
Like with Firebase Z.
All the way down there?
Really?
Yeah, because in my mind, stuff like it's not as good as Classified or TOG, but it's better than it. It's weird how we have this set up because it's not as good as Classified and TOG and Shaolin, but it's definitely better than. I don't.
How about right below Shaolin, right above the Final Reich? Or no. Right below Final Reich, right above Raven the Redwoods.
Did you say Forsaken right above Classified was the original place?
Yeah. I'm dropping it down significantly. Below the Final Reich.
I will leave it with... I'll leave it there. I did like the Wonder Weapon, the axe.
Where? Above Classified? I mean...
I'm alright with it above Classified, yes.
Okay.
I did like the Wonder Weapon. The map was just... It was a facility map, and I'm tired of facility map.
Yeah.
That's why.
It was a neat idea.
Because D-Machine, facility map, Firebase, facility map, Mauer, facility.
Now that I'm actually looking at it, though, I have it above Moon and Ascension. That's kind of crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so yeah. No, I'll put it above Firebase Z, though.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair. All right, Liberty Falls.
Now that we have all these maps, it's so hard.
Yeah, we're getting into the final home stretch.
It's so hard.
Final four.
Liberty Falls. I think it plays okay, but the boss fight was nothing significant.
No, but it's so hard because I also have to, when looking at this, a lot of this stuff, I think it's probably for the same for you guys too. When looking at the list, it's like I didn't agree with that thing, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. There was a lot of things like I think Ascension should be like way higher on B, but
I think Voyage should be higher, but stuff like it's just stuff like that.
So where do we put it?
I don't know. It's a fun map. This is like the first time we've had actual like normal zombies, if that makes sense, in a while.
I personally think it would go right below Ascension, but right above Forsaken and Firebase Z.
I'm alright with that.
Personally,
I'm alright with that
because it's just a mid map. It's nothing like
right
crazy.
Home about.
Yeah. Terminus, on the other hand.
Oh man,
this might be a little crazy. I might put it right below Ancient Evil, but above Derice.
What is that? Is that A tier?
A, yeah.
Man, I would be all right putting it in A. It's just not. You said,
but
above Zombies in Spaceland?
No, below it.
Below Zombies in Spaceland.
I have it as Gorod, Zombies in Spaceland, 9, Ancient Evil, Derice, Kino, Buried.
Oh, that's not at all what I have.
Oh.
I have Gorod, Ancient Evil, Zombies, Derice, 9, Kino, Buried. That could make sense why I'm having a hard time here.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, now that I'm really thinking about it, though, I think... Call me crazy. I think Terminus is bottom of A.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
But then Citadel is right below Gorod, like number 2 in A.
I could go with that.
Is that crazy or no?
I think that's kind of pushing it, but I can see where you're coming from. Like, I'm not saying that's like way out of left field. I can see where you're coming from. So I could agree with it.
You can? Are you sure?
And
not
Citadel...
really, but I've been having a lot of opinions, and I don't want to change stuff too much. So, but like I said, I do agree. Like, I can see where it come from. I'm not just like agreeing to agree. I can see because it is a fun map. It's probably one of the best maps we've had in BO6.
Yep. And it's one of the first elemental maps since Black Ops 4.
Yeah, and the boss fight was super fun. So, I'm alright with putting it there. Alright.
Finally,
here we go.
The Tomb.
The Tomb.
I feel like this one was a little too early to rank.
Yeah, because we don't...
But...
We've only played it, beat the Easter egg once and whatnot.
But I will say, I think it's... B tier, right below Ascension, but above Liberty Falls. I think it's better than Liberty Falls.
That's what I was thinking, like exactly. Maybe I think I was putting it right behind Moon, but that's about the.
I've only played it once, so I'll just go with your ranking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
So the final list, really quick, because I do have to run.
Okay.
Yep.
We can discuss these at a later date if we really want to change them around.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Maybe we could start episode 4 by changing them around if we really have to.
If we really have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll also read the comments and everything and see what everybody says. But Origins, The Eisendrache, Shadows, Mob, and S. A is Gorod, Citadel, Zombies, and Spaceland. 9, Ancient Evil, Derice, Kino, Buried, and Terminus.
Mm-hmm.
B is Blood, Rev, Call of the Dead, Mauer, Zetsubo, Classified, Tag der Toten, Shaolin, Final Reich, Raven the Redwoods, Shino Numa, Nacht der Untoten, Moon, Ascension, The Tomb, Liberty Falls, Forsaken, and Firebase Z. C is D Machine, 5, Voyage, Verrucht, Die Rise, Alpha Omega, Dead of the Night, Radioactive Thing, Shangri-La, Town, Shadowed Throne, Outbreak. D tier is Nuketown, Transit, Carrier, Farm, Descent, Grosson House, and The Darkest Shore. F is Bus Depot, The Beast from Beyond, Outbreak, and Infection. And the other 2 tiers we got are Vanguard, which is just the Vanguard maps because they suck. They're below F tier. And the maps that I didn't rank because we do not have enough time in them to like actually rank them are all the Tortured Path stuff and the Frozen Dawn.
Yep.
So I think that's a fair ranking for now. I mean, we can obviously revisit this in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's it.
I think that's fair for now. So let's call it here. It's been over 2 hours, probably closer to like 2.5, 3 hours by the time with all the pausing and the breaks we took.
Yep.
So with that, we will see you all next week.
Yep. Later, y'all.
Later.